Kranthi Bathini joins me this morning. Kranthi, good morning. We could not have done the show without you being here with us today to just put all this in perspective, the divergence that we are seeing between US and Asia, and absolutely no reaction on the Indian stock markets. What do you make of this?
Karthik, as these are the early reactions to the market, what Wall Street have responded, and later on, what Trump is trying to send a message to them is to, especially for South Korea, which is a strong trading partner, one of the strong ally of US, and also the Japan, one of the strong trading partner. He is sending a warning to them. That's where the market is pursuing at this point of time. Definitely, both are the trading partners. And with respect to the Indian emerging markets are concerned, like Taiwan and India, there seems to be the finalization of the trade deal is on cards for both the countries, including some other small nations. So that's where Indian market is showing some kind of resilience. But still, Karthik, the narrative, whatever be the statements, what we are getting, if you perceive that these are the final, the narrative can change at any point of time. That's where the uncertainty is in the US policy making, creating the uncertainty at this point of time. When we look at the data, look at the narrative on a lighter note. Elon Musk, just a couple of months back, he was rubbing his shoulder with President Trump, and what he is doing today. So this is the scenario we are facing. I don't get surprised if these what the tariff warnings what Trump is giving, and if South Korea and Japan, if they allows some kind of a relaxation with respect to taking their US agriculture products into their ration, then the tariffs are going to come down significantly. So still there is some kind of a time. These are the warning signals he is sending to these nations.
Right. So warning, I mean, it's been a long road for warnings to be issued, starting from Jan 20th through the 2nd of April, Liberation Day, tariffs, then a 90-day pause. And just as that window was to expire, now there's another extension till 1st August. So I hear you, Kranthi. I think what you're trying to say is that the only thing certain about Donald Trump's tariff policy is uncertainty. And that is something that economies and markets are bracing themselves with.
Absolutely, Karthik, you nailed it. The certainty about is uncertainty.
Right. So now I want to especially come to some of the Indian stocks which are reacting quite drastically to what we saw overnight. And one stock which is really popping out on the radar today happens to be Titan. The stock is down almost 5.6% or so in trade. What are you making of Titan this morning, Kranthi?
It is the early trades, Karthik. We need to see how the day is going to progress. But in specific to Titan is concerned, they have given the business update and some kind of numbers disappointment. That's what creating some kind of a selling pressure on Titan, because other players have done phenomenally well in terms of the last quarter updates are concerned. Especially the gold retailers are concerned. Street have not accepted, because Titan is a large cap, fully priced in stock. Any kind of negative updates are some kind of a update of slow business that can have immediate impact on names like Titan. So that's what we are witnessing. But these are the early trades. We need to see how next couple of hours is going to progress.
All right, we will wait for the next couple of hours, if not the next few days. But another sector which has so far been escaping, if one can call, the whole tariff narrative has been the pharma sector. Once upon a time, Donald Trump, not too long ago, had said that there are going to be tariffs like never seen before on pharma companies across the world. But this time around also, despite the extension, pharma seems to be one sector which Trump has not explicitly mentioned a tariff rate on. But pharma stocks this morning, Cipla is down about 1.26%, Dr. Reddy's is down about 1.7%. Is there some sort of fear now that since Trump has extended the deadline but is still sure that he will go ahead with tariffs one way or another, is there some sort of a fear in pharma investors today that perhaps the next announcement from Trump could be on this sector?
Definitely, the lingering impact about these tariffs is still playing on pharma sector is concerned, and the players who have the major exposure to US markets, Karthik, in the medium to short term, this lingering impact is still there. But one thing what we need to conceive is if the Trump is going to increase any tariff, especially on the pharma segment is concerned, that's going to have a negative impact for the US consumers. And again, to replicate the kind of a production and the good manufacturing practices and the US FDA norms, getting clearances and replacing the Indian pharma companies is not going to be an overnight exercise.
That's
so
right.
the US administration very much aware about this fact. That is the reason they try to go soft with respect to pharma is concerned, because one way they are worried about the rising healthcare prices in US, costs in US. So that's where the administration is still mulling with respect to pharma is concerned. That is the overhang that is getting created on Indian pharma companies in the medium to short term. Still,
Right.
everybody crosses their fingers how this entire episode of this tariff war is going to be.
Absolutely. Well, let's leave it at that this morning. Kranthi Bathini, always a pleasure having you here on News9, and thank you for simplifying all that we see on those charts day after day. Pleasure having you with us.